All right, I'm going to get started because it's 1 o'clock, everybody, and I want to be thank everybody for joining at 1 o'clock. We will, if you do have friends or family that you think, oh, I wish they could have came, but they're working. We are recording this, as I said, and we will have it on our YouTube channel. But if you want the link, please email myself. I emailed, I think everybody, unless you joined really late, but you can go to one of our Ask Any of our centers and they can get you the link as well. So my name is Donna, and I work out of our Sudbury office. I was the manager there when we opened that store. And recently we have grown our team to have 17 open stores. So I've changed positions in getting to work with all of our centers and doing events like this and working with our suppliers. So Aaron, you're going to be my van and switch my screen for me. Thank you. So who is Expedia Cruises? We call ourselves Team Freeze, and it's sort of something in the industry. You will start seeing it being the Freeze and Travel Group soon. So Sean and Tammy, who you see here, they are our franchise owners. They opened the first center 18 years ago in 2007. So in Thunder Bay, that was our first store. Excuse me. And then after that, Sudbury was their second store about 5 years later. And once we opened Sault Ste. Marie, we decided, hey, you know what, we could buy other stores that come for sale. So very quickly growing, including all of the north. So we have Thunder Bay, Sault Ste. Marie, Sudbury, North Bay, Barrie, and our brand new, just got the license yesterday to open to the public, Aurelia. Very exciting stuff. And then we have Burlington North, Hamilton, Dundas, and Woodstock. And we have London, which is our recently joined us in May, excuse me. So we have 3 stores there. And then we have Windsor, Sarnia, and Chatham, and soon to be St. Thomas. So we're definitely growing. We're one of the largest Expedia Cruises franchises at this point, with 17 stores open. Look at that. I didn't update those slides before I sent them. I say 16, but in all fairness, it was yesterday, guys. So basically, we are an agency within an agency sort of thing. And if you want to skip to one more slide, Aaron, this is my last one. This is a picture of us on a cruise last year. Actually, this is most of our managers. You can see us all there. The big thing with that is every store has a manager, and some of them more than one, depending how large they are. And people say to me all the time, well, why would we book with you? What's the difference? And you can tell there just by looking at how many managers we have. We have over 600 consultants. And what that means for you is you might be working with someone in Burlington and you're talking to them, and you're like, I'd really like that insight of somebody who's been to Antarctica. And they're like, oh, you know what? I can do that for you. Let's set up a time, because we know somebody in London and somebody in Sudbury who is on our team have actually gone to Antarctica, and they've gone with different suppliers. So that allows us to give you something that most agencies do not have. There is, between our whole 600 plus agents and owners and managers, we have been everywhere. So that really, we work as a team. So that really gives you an option to talk to somebody who's been anywhere you want to go. So that's very, very unique. But I am going to stop talking because I could talk forever. Aaron is laughing because he knows that's true. And I just want to say thank you all for coming. But Aaron, thank you so much I know you're so busy. We're starting, I know you're going to talk about our new Holland America, part of World Explorer, that's going to start soon. So I'm going to pass it off to Aaron. Thank you so much. And everybody, please enjoy everything Aaron's going to tell us.
Yeah, thank you so much, Donna. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for giving a little bit of time up in your afternoon. I do really appreciate it. And I'm thrilled to talk to you about the amazing partnership that Holland America has with Expedia Cruises. Like you heard, my name's Aaron Crawford. I'm based in London, Ontario, and I support all of our travel advisor partners from Manitoba all the way to Atlantic Canada. So Donna's right. It's a very busy season, but I'm thrilled to be here with you today. And really what we're talking about is an amazing sale that's coming up soon, October 1st to 7th. I'm going to give you some more information at the end of this chat, but I do really want to remind you of the importance of these dates, because you're going to be able to have access to our easily richest sale of the year And it really does amplify how important our partnership is with Expedia Cruises. So I'm going to kick this off with just a short video introducing you to Holland America. So hopefully you noticed a couple of things there. Of course, the lively music, the fact that we cruise everywhere, and the fact that we do have itineraries for everyone. I will just also say we will probably have a chat function on here. If anyone has any questions, please go ahead and pop them in there, and Donna and I do what we can to get your responses. Now, for those who have not sailed with Holland America before, we are that premium cruise line that's really dedicated to providing you some experience that's going to address these 5 pillars. So we're the cruise line really that focuses on some of the most special travel destinations, all in comfort and elegance on board those perfectly sized ships with the best food in the premium level at sea, world-class music venues, legendary service, that is never in the way, yet never out of reach. Whenever you choose to cruise with us, you're going to be immersed in an environment that really reflects our destinational expertise. We draw from over our 150 years of experience in sailing the world, and we're going to bring the stories and places that we visit to life with all of the amazing excursions and opportunities that we have available for you on board. Now, like I said, we have those what we call perfectly sized ships. Our Pinnacle class ships, roughly over 2,600 passengers, and our R class ships, just over 1,400 passengers. These ships are going to feel like a classic cruise experience, uncomplicated, unfussy, really just accessible luxury that's going to feel very comfortable and kind of a home away from home. Some unique features that we have on board our ships would be most notably the retractable roof that's over our swimming pool area. This will allow you to use the pool regardless of the weather, which is really important when you're heading up to Alaska, of course. We also have our promenade or our walking lanai that's going to circum the entire ship. So you're going to be able to get outside and enjoy the amazing view and fresh air. And of course, our music walk on board, which is really at the heart of our Holland America ships. Now, when you're on board, of course, we want this to feel like a home away from home. So you're going to unpack once. You're going to be able to ease into the comfortable surroundings and take full advantage of all the generous storage space, both in the bathroom as well as in the cabin. So lots of places for you to put items away so that you can feel a little bit like you're at home. We do have amazing onboard activities for you as well. Our diverse lineup or our theater shows are something that I'm really excited to talk about. You're one of the first groups that are hearing this. But on November 1st, we're rolling out on the Koningsdam a completely redesigned theater lineup. It's really exciting from top to bottom. Our production shows are getting a total redesign. The Koningsdam is going to be first, and then we're rolling it out to the rest of the fleet. So look for that when you're on board your next cruise. Of course, the fun parties. We have what we call the Orange Party, which is so much fun. It's your opportunity to get dressed up in orange and celebrate the Orange Party with us. It's going to take place in one of our lounges and then turn into a little bit of a pub crawl throughout the ship. Of course, the amazing food, really focusing on locally sourced ingredients and regional wines. So much fun. And the onboard experts. This is, again, something that Holland America does really well. 2 great examples of that would be when you're in Alaska, we're going to bring park rangers on board to talk about some of the areas that we're cruising through from a parks perspective. And then we're going to bring Indigenous leaders on to talk about that area from the Indigenous perspective, really with the intention of giving you a well rounded experience in that destination. Another example is in 2026 for some of our Europe solar eclipse experiences, we're going to have astronomers on board particular itineraries to then again take that experience to the next level for you. So look for that on our unique itineraries. Now, of course, we want to keep you busy on board. It can't just all be about eating and drinking. So we're going to give you day and night tons of activities to take full advantage of. The music walk on board our ships is really at the heart of the Holland America culture. The BB King Lounge for your jazz and blues, the Rolling Stone Lounge for your rock and roll, Billboard on board for your dueling pianos, and Third Avenue West, which is a new addition for us, which is going to be focused on string instruments. So live music really is at the heart of that vibe on board Holland America, plus the amazing performances and lectures that I've talked about, but also some fun physical activities. Of course, we've got a gym and spa on board all of our ships, one, if not two pickleball courts on all of our ships. If we have two of them, one of them will be a regulation court dedicated exclusively to pickleball because we're proudly part of the Pickleball Association. So we're able to offer you that regulation court on board. And everything else that you would expect on board the cruise line, we've got it covered for you. One of my favorite areas, of course, is our libraries on board. You're going to be able to head there, borrow a book, sit back and relax, and again, just kind of unplug from maybe all of the noise and static that's out there in the world and just really relax and enjoy that amazing experience. Now, I mentioned this earlier, but Holland America really goes beyond the plate when it comes to our dining experiences. We use the locally sourced ingredients directly from the best destinations on that we cruise to. So we're going to be able to offer you some really unique flavors that are going to mirror the region that you're cruising through. So whether that's North Sea cod to Sydney rock oysters, if you're looking for even more taste from that region, you're going to be able to immerse yourself in a number of shore excursions that are going to really give you those fun and delicious culinary experiences. So imagine being able to go into a Turkish kebab shop or make some fresh Italian pasta, or go to a Fijian barbecue or snack on some dried fish, maybe in Greenland. We've got everything covered for you. Now, when it comes to our dining on board, it is going to be the best you'll have at that premium level. And a great example of that is when it comes to our seafood. We've made a commitment to provide ethically sourced, sustainably sourced, and seasonal seafood on all of our ships. We're going to leverage over 80 ports of call throughout our network and commit to providing seafood 48 hours from hook to plate on our entire network, which is something really amazing. So if you're looking for the very best seafood, Holland America is the choice for sure. Now, we've partnered with Chef Morimoto from Iron Chef as our global fresh fish ambassador. So let's take a listen to what he has to say about this amazing program. So that is just an example of that fresh fish program that we have, which is really amazing. Now, Alaska, I'm going to talk a little bit about some unique destinations that we're going to offer for you. Alaska, we are the number one cruise line in Alaska, and there's a lot of reasons for that. We've been taking guests to Alaska since before it was even a state, and we can offer some really unique perspectives once we get you up there. We can offer you what we call a glacier guarantee. So for guests that choose Alaska with Holland America, we guarantee that you're going to see a glacier on that experience, or you're going to receive a cruise credit equal to 15% of your cruise fare back. That's how confident we are that we can do that for you. Of course, we're the number one in wilderness tours. We'll even offer you complimentary Denali tours. We've got that amazing We Heart Alaska experience, which is quite fabulous. Once you're on board, of course, that amazing seafood that we talked about, rail, we've got everything covered. There's also two ways for you to experience Alaska with us. We have a traditional cruise, anywhere from 7 to 28 days. And that's going to be either from Seattle or Vancouver or northbound, heading down south. We also have an Alaska cruise tour, which will be 9 to 18 days and is really a combination of a cruise, ocean experience, or sorry, ocean cruise, obviously, and a rail experience as well as a coach experience, kind of all combined into one, which is really exciting. Now, like I said, we've been taking guests to Alaska since before it was even a state. So we know Alaska better than anyone else, and we can really offer you the most amazing experience when you get up there. I've been on well over 100 cruises in my life, and Alaska is by far my favorite destination. It's the one cruise that as soon as I do it, I would do it again right away. It really is something special. Now, I'm going to start, of course, with the very best. So just imagine 28 days round trip from Seattle. You're going to be able to hit some of the most amazing ports in Alaska, swing around Dutch Harbor up to Nome, which is very rarely experienced from a cruise perspective, and cross the Arctic Circle. Really, really spectacular. This is only happening once, and that departure is June 7th of 2026. So absolutely speak to your Expedia advisor about that itinerary. If you're looking for maybe something a little bit less time, we've got 7-day itineraries here for you. My suggestion for any first time cruiser, your round trip Vancouver inside passage really is a great option for you. But we've got northbound, southbound, inside passage, outside passage, really everything covered for you. This is that round trip inside passage that I talked about. It's my favorite one to do. It's easy to get in and out of Vancouver. You'll see we've got a lot of sailings there for you. But what I want to highlight here is our relationship with the History Channel. This is something you're going to experience both in North America, Europe, Asia, and South America. And what you're going to see here are itineraries and excursions specifically curated around the History Channel. So, again, to really immerse you into that destination in unique and unforgettable ways. Now, another itinerary that I always love to talk about is the Great Bear Rainforest itineraries. We have one that begins in Vancouver, the 18-day, and then another 7-day that begins in Seattle. This is an opportunity for you to explore the 15, 16 million acre Great Bear Rainforest, one of the largest temperate rainforests in the world. And it's named after its very rare spirit bear that you can see in the photo here. This is a really remote area that's super rich in wildlife, including grizzlies, humpbacks, eagles, wolves. And you're going to discover the traditions of the First Nation communities that call this home. Places like Homer, Sitka, Ketchikan really are going to stand out as incredible destinations. The 18-day, being able to sail through some of those really unique ports of call on the Zandam through the Inside Channel really is going to make that a really special experience for you. Now, the cruise tour that I talked about earlier, this is that combination of cruise, rail, and coach. This is going to make that unforgettable experience and get you past that port of call, really into the heart of Alaska. We're going to take care of everything for you: plane, train, bus, accommodations. We're going to have a tour director with you the whole time. We even include some excursions, and we're the only cruise line that can get you into the Yukon as part of that cruise tour experience, which is really, really exciting. We're going to house you on the land portion in the amazing Holland, America, owned and operated Denali Lodge. This is where you're going to be able to kick back and relax, take advantage of the amazing walking tours, the huge forest that's right there, amazing river. Across the street, of course, lots of shopping and fun activities to do there. But in the lodge where I would head to is the Denali Square. This is where you can hang out in some Muskoka chairs, sit around the fire, listen to the live music, chat with other travelers. It's really a lot of fun. And we're going to get you there on the McKinley Explorer. This, again, is a Holland America owned and operated rail system that we're going to be able to really have you explore the interior of Alaska in top-notch comfort and service. That is that glass dome car. It's got open air platforms. You're going to have everything on board you would need: food, drinks, Wi-Fi, washroom, shopping, everything you would need. And the train is going to be able to take you into that interior to really embrace that interior of Alaska in a timeless, elegant way. Really, really something special. We're also going to get you into Denali National Park. This is really one of the main reasons people go to Alaska, is to be able to experience the Denali National Park, hopefully see the Big Five when you're in there. And this will be included in your Holland America Cruise tour. This will be the only time you're not with a Holland America tour director. We're actually going to have you with a park ranger, and they have the ability to take you past the kind of final gate there, really into the heart of Denali National Park, and where regular civilians aren't able to go. And they're going to be able to offer a really valuable perspective on what you're seeing and experiencing. Now, I did mention getting you into the Yukon. We're the only cruise line that can get you up there, and we're going to get you into Dawson City. You're going to be able to venture where few have gone, and the only cruise line that's offering that overnight stay, really in the heart of this region. This is a UNESCO World Heritage Site that is steeped in Canadian history. It's where the gold rush started. It has the oldest casino in Canada, a bar called Diamond Tooth Gertie's, and it is absolutely charming, so quirky, so much fun, and I guarantee will be a highlight of any cruise tour that you are looking at. So when you're thinking about that cruise tour, I highly suggest that you choose the time that you have the most amount of time to go. Give yourself an opportunity to get into the Yukon, get into the interior of Alaska. If you are thinking about doing a one-way, my suggestion always is to go southbound. So start in Alaska, get the kind of flights out of the way first, and then work your way back down to Vancouver. Now, we always get asked when to go to Alaska. The season for us runs from May to October. My suggestion for best weather really is the end of May, beginning of June, and then the end of August, kind of beginning of September. But it does really depend on why you want to go. So this is why it's so important to work with your Expedia travel advisor. Go through kind of what you're hoping to get out of it, why you want this experience, how you want to feel at the end of this experience, so that they can work with you to make sure you're choosing the right destination, the right time, of course, and the right cruise line. So I talked a lot about Alaska. I want to swing over to the other side of the country, beautiful Eastern Canada and New England. Our season here runs from April till October, and we do have some really amazing itineraries available for you. People choose this part of the world for similar reasons that they do Alaska: the wildlife, the most amazing people you'll ever meet, fabulous seafood, wonderful excursions, and those perfectly sized ships. Again, we're one of the few cruise lines that has a ship small enough that it can get you underneath the bridge in Montreal. So being able to sail out of old Montreal down the St. Lawrence on the Volendam really, again, is going to be such an amazing experience. This refined and spacious ship, even though it is small, she's mighty. This ship does our Canada or our world cruises. So you can imagine, if I'm asking guests to spend, well over 100 days on here, it's got to be well appointed. Now, I want to highlight a very unique itinerary here, and this would be my top pick for anyone looking to travel in 2027. This is going to be a 10-day round trip, uh, east coast of Canada, sailing out of Montreal. We only have two departures, May 29th and September 1st, both on the Volendam. This is going to be your opportunity to experience some beautiful ports out there, plus the very unique and rarely visited Saint Pierre, which is a French territory. Really, really spectacular. For those that have noticed something missing from this itinerary, there are no US ports on this itinerary. So it's really going to be Canada and New France. Or St. Pierre, which is a really, really unique itinerary. 2025 is already sold out. 2026 is already sold out. So if this appeals to you, I highly recommend that you speak to your Expedia advisor sooner than later and ensure that you get your spot booked on there. It really is a special itinerary. Now, for those maybe that have a little bit more time, here is one of our most popular itineraries. Round trip from Boston. Again, you're getting Canada, New England, but you're making it all the way up to Greenland and circumnavigating Iceland. Iceland, if it's not on your list, I highly recommend that you put it on there. It's an absolutely gorgeous destination. And we're going to be able to take you around the entire island with a late departure in Reykjavik to really maximize, again, that time ashore for yourself. Now, I've talked a lot about cold destinations. I know fall is coming. The leaves are falling in my backyard right now. So let's talk about maybe some warmer destinations here. Of course, the Caribbean, always a popular destination, and we've got island bliss from east to west. We've got everything from Key West for you, Trinidad, Tobago, Puerto Rico, Dominican, the Cayman, Belize. I mean, everything you would want. Plus some unique ports of calls, places like Cartagena, Colombia, which is a beautiful destination. Grenada, the Spice Island, and Trinidad, again, often not visited by traditional cruise lines. All of our voyages will include at least one stop at Half Moon Cay, which is our private island in the Bahamas. And this is the largest private island in the Bahamas. It's going to be underdeveloped, so it's really going to feel like a paradise when you're down there with your feet in the sand and just enjoying a little bit of relaxation away from, again, that buzz back home. Now, some itineraries that are fan favorites of mine. The ABC Islands, 9-day out of Fort Lauderdale, of course, includes Half Moon Cay. But this is the perfect balance of sea days and port days, and then getting you down into those ABC Islands with late departures really does make it a very special experience. Now, for any of you looking to get away over the holidays, we've got a great option here. Let someone else do the turkey and the decorating and the cleaning up, of course. We can get you 14 days out of Fort Lauderdale all the way down to that Southern Caribbean. And again, Grenada, Trinidad, easily two of my favorite ports. And this is a very unique itinerary. We'll have all of the festivities on board for you to be able to sit back, relax, and really take it all in. Now let's head across the pond, Europe. Very popular, of course. March to November is our season there. And again, we have a lot to offer here. The one that I will highlight, of course, as being the most important is our long port stays. This is so important. This is going to give you an opportunity to delve deeper into Europe's hailed and hidden treasures with more late departures and overnight departures in some of the most popular sports, like Stockholm, Venice, Rhodes, as an example. This is going to give you an opportunity to book maybe another shore excursion, enjoy a dinner ashore, immerse yourself in that destination really as much as possible, possibly even take advantage of some nightlife and soak up the atmosphere in those destinations. So incredibly important. Now, of course, we've got all of Europe covered for you, whether it's Northern Europe, the Mediterranean, those amazing UNESCO World Heritage sites in Istanbul and Athens and Barcelona, and the transatlantic. This really is a fabulous experience for you to be able to just enjoy the ship with all those sea days, getting you either to the Americas or over to Europe, depending on which direction you're going. An itinerary that is one of my personal favorites. This is round trip out of Rotterdam. We're going to get you into Dover, up into the UK, again, up to Northern Europe, Iceland, Greenland. And on this itinerary, you're actually crossing the Arctic Circle 5 times, which makes it a really unique itinerary and fabulous bragging rights, of course. Now, I mentioned earlier that in 2026, we have a solar eclipse happening. This is allowed us to curate some really unique itineraries and equip our ships with some experts on board to, again, just allow you to witness this solar eclipse experience, but then have some additional kind of insight into what's happening through the narration on board with an astronomer by the spacious decks that we're opening up in the bow of the ship to really make this a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Now, we know the trajectory of the solar eclipse, so we're going to be able to position ourselves perfectly to be able to experience that. This voyage of the Vikings itinerary is by far our most popular one, and this is going to be your chance to go round trip from Boston, again, Canada, New England. It's a bit of an extension of the one I just showed you, up to Greenland, over to Iceland. And just before you get to Iceland, you're going to have an opportunity for that solar eclipse. Now, we're going to be able to move the ship around and position ourselves perfectly to be able to give you that experience. And then, of course, we're going to get you over into the UK and Europe. Another itinerary, a little bit shorter. We've got Lisbon to Athens here. Again, that solar eclipse is going to happen just before you get into Barcelona. And we already know our onboard experts that are going to be on these itineraries. So that'll give you an opportunity to maybe do a little bit of research so that you can come prepared with some really interesting questions for them. If you got a little bit more time, this one is really, really legendary. Being able to see that solar eclipse, being able to experience Scotland, which is one of my favorite destinations. Again, Greenland and Iceland here is really just something so special. Edinburgh is an absolutely gorgeous destination, and we're going to give you some extra time there, both in Edinburgh and in Reykjavik, to again really, really maximize that time ashore. Like I mentioned, we're going to have experts on board, all of that programming. We're going to give you the glasses that you're going to need and all the additional information you're going to need to really make that a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Now, Asia, of course, always remains incredibly popular here. Our season runs from September to April, and we're going to have everything covered for you. So I'm thrilled to show you that we're going to get you into some of the most amazing UNESCO World Heritage sites and cover some really unique destinations for you. So anything that you'd be over there looking to see, we're going to be able to have that covered for you, including Cambodia's Angkor Wat, Vietnam's Halong Bay, the amazing experiences within Japan as well. Now, Japan is always on my top 10 list. Being able to circumnavigate Japan with a touch point over to South Korea really does make that a very unique experience. And I would encourage you to add Japan to your list for sure. Some amazing food, amazing culture, and again, lovely people when you're there. Now, you're looking for something maybe a little bit further south. We've got an opportunity for you to do round trip Singapore with an overnight in Bali before touching down in Northern Australia. This itinerary is really amazing. The Singapore airport, you could spend a week in there just exploring that. That's almost a destination unto itself. So this really would be such an amazing opportunity. And it includes 2 unforgettable days cruising through the Great Barrier Reef with some really interesting excursions for you there. Now, this itinerary is part of what we call our legendary voyages. And these voyages are all of our 25-day and longer voyages. And I'm just going to show you a couple here to really whet your appetite. Imagine doing Seattle to Sydney, 27 days, being able to do Hawaii and the South Pacific before coming back home. Fire and Ice, being able to do all of Alaska and then swing down to Hawaii to warm up before you head back over to Seattle. 12 ports. This is really amazing experience here. One of our fastest growing itineraries and one of my personal favorites, the ultimate Mediterranean. Round trip from New York into the Mediterranean, overnight in Rome with an overnight and a late departure both in Istanbul and Cairo. 2 destinations that you really will want as much time as possible to be able to get ashore again and maximize that experience for yourself. Now, as I wrap up here, I just want to highlight a couple of things that we have to offer. Of course, our Have It All or our drinks package on board. This is roughly about $83, $85 Canadian per person. It'll include your drink package, a soar excursion credit, a dining credit, Wi-Fi as well. Now, we do have an early booking version of that, and that's going to elevate your drink package, elevate the Wi-Fi, and it's going to include crew gratuities and low price guarantee. Now, we're going to give you access to that early booking version for all of your 26 and 27 bookings that you're going to make with Expedia Cruises. Of course, we have a special offer for our CARP members. We've got last minute cruises if you're looking to book something in 2025. We also have the ability to get you out of Quebec City. We know air into Quebec City can be a bit tricky for those Canada-New England cruises. So we actually have a shuttle bus that'll get you from Montreal into Quebec City. Of course, kids, anyone under 18 can cruise for free as our 3rd and 4th passenger, which is really exciting. We've got our Mariner bonuses available for any of our frequent cruisers and our community appreciation, which is really something special. So any active or retired teacher, military, frontline worker, we're going to have an additional onboard credit for you there, which is really just a thank you for your service. Now, as I wrap up here, I just want to remind you of the importance of using a travel advisor. They're going to be here to save you time and money. You can leverage their knowledge. They're going to leverage the relationship they have with me to make sure that you're getting the very best experience possible. They're also going to be available to help you. So, in the unlikely event that an airline goes on strike or a volcano erupts, you're going to be able to have a team help you do that and help take care of anything that you have so that you don't need to spend time on board worrying about air or connections. You can just let your travel advisor know, and then you can sit back and relax on the pool deck and just enjoy the rest of your vacation. Now, I did mention earlier the amazing sale that's coming up. So I just want to remind you of that, October 1st to 7th. This is going to be your opportunity to get the richest sale possible and our absolute um, tribute to the relationship with Expedia Cruises. So I just want to share with you what that's going to look like. We're going to be able to offer you up to $650 onboard credit per stateroom. The Have It All early booking version for, again, 26 and 27, that's going to include your crew appreciation, elite drink package, specialty dining, premium Wi-Fi, and up to $300 shore excursion credit. Now, all that can be yours, of course, for $99 per person refundable deposit on any of those bookings, which makes it really, really generous offer. Now, I'm going to show you a little bit of a breakdown here, a different way of looking at this. You can receive that onboard credit depending on the length of the voyage that you choose and the cabin category that you choose. Of course, you want to add in the Have It All package in there for you, which is going to give you the items I've listed there. And if you choose an Alaska cruise or cruise tour, we're going to have some additional onboard credits for you there. Plus, we want you to be well fed and well entertained in Denali and Dawson. So we're going to include some additional Denali dollars and Dawson dollars for you. And again, that $99 per person refundable deposit is all you'll need to be able to secure space for that amazing Holland America Explorer sale. So as we wrap up here, I just want to thank you for your time. Of course, remind you of how important it is to use your travel advisors when booking any travel. And I do want to just thank you for giving me a little bit of time today. I'm really grateful for the opportunity.
Thank you so much, Aaron. I'm just looking, I haven't seen anything in the chat. So does anybody have any questions? And you know what? If you do have questions, you can also reach out to your travel advisor. Oh, everybody, oh, thanks, saying thank you. Thank you, Stella. I'm going to stop the recording then. Sometimes people ask questions after, which is fine.